Hi friends, happy Monday. Welcome back to our mini lesson for today. Today we're going to practice a reading comprehension strategy that we have stored up here in our schema, our toolbox of information as readers at the beginning of the school year. Since we have a 2-week break, we're going to spend this week during our mini lesson reviewing our old comprehension strategies. So tap your brain and say, comprehension strategies. Very good. And tap your brain and say, stored in my schema. Very good. So we're going to go over our main idea and supporting details today. So our learning target says, I can identify the main idea of a text using supporting details. That means that you're able to name the main idea, what the story was mostly about, and supporting details. So some things throughout the story that told us it's important. And we're going to put those things together to talk about the main idea and supporting details. So remember, we learned our song. What's the main idea to you? What's the main idea to you? The main idea is the big idea. What's the main idea to you? The main idea to me is the big idea you see. The main idea is the big idea. That's the main idea to me. So we have our main idea song. And what supports the main idea? The supporting details. Can you guys draw a circle with your fingers and say, the main idea is the big idea? Good. And then move your hands like this and say, supporting details. Support the main idea. Support the main idea. So every little word of our book does not have to necessarily stick to our brains. I don't have to remember, okay, this page says Molly shook her head. Mushy cookies are gross. I don't have to every single word remember in my brain. Molly shook her head and said mushy cookies are gross. Okay, memorize that to know the story. I don't have to do that. My brain is able to pick up important parts, the supporting details throughout the story so that I'm able to understand it better, okay? So if you haven't watched your read aloud yet, today in your read aloud, you're going to read the story called The Gingerbread Cookie Mystery. And the Gingerbread Cookie Mystery has several characters in it, and these characters are at school. So just by reading the title, The Gingerbread Mystery Cookie, we can already infer as a reader that something's gonna happen. What is a mystery? A mystery is something that you don't know, right? So as reading detectives, we can use clues to help us figure out what is going on in the story. As detectives in the classroom, you'll see these characters are trying to solve the mystery of a missing gingerbread cookie. So the main idea of our story is the gingerbread cookie that is missing. If you've already watched the story, you've seen that the gingerbread cookie that is missing is the snowflake cookie. That mine looks like a little bit of a star, but so the missing cookie is the main idea, right? The kids are trying to find out who took the cookie or what happened to the cookie. And what details support that? Well, as we read the story, you'll find out, or you have read, that the kids all try to point to somebody else to say that they took it, that they took the cookie to do something with it, right? So at the beginning of the story, what supports our main idea is, first of all, the kids are at recess and the story is, or the cookie is missing when they return. So I'm going to put a cookie snowflake right here. I'm just going to draw a snowflake. And then I'm going to put a bit X on it to show that it was missing. That's a supporting detail. At the beginning of the story, the cookie disappears. That's important to our story, right? And just like we just talked about, another important detail is that the kids keep saying, oh, well, somebody else took it because they wanted it as a hockey puck. Oh, well, she must have taken it because she likes to eat on it while she reads. So another supporting detail of the story is that the kids are thinking somebody else took it, okay? But then another supporting detail is that the teacher, who's dressed as an elf, comes in and she says, oh, kids, well, my bell knocked something, the gingerbread house, and it made the cookie fall. Oh no, it's falling to the ground. and it didn't actually hit the ground because somebody in their class inside their cage got it. So that supporting detail is very important, that they have a class pet. And what was their class pet? A rat, right? If you read the story. If you haven't yet, that detail is very important. The rat is the character that we see at the end of the story that ends up being an important part of our mystery. So the main idea is the big idea, what the story is mostly about, the mystery of the cookie. The supporting details that tell us about that are the things that are important in the story that lead us up to, ooh, what is the mystery? What is going on in the story? Okay, and those are what we talked about, the cookie's missing. The kids try to find out who it is or what happened to it. The teacher tells the story of what happened, and they find out in the end that their class pet was involved, right? Okay, great job today, friends. I know that's a lot of information and it's kind of all over, but you guys did a great job. Make sure to stick around for your secret password, and I'll see you tomorrow for your next mini lesson. Hi, friends. Welcome to our secret password for today. For your secret password, you will need the back of your checklist for today and a pencil. Then you can use your crayons to fill it in if you'd like. Today we're going to draw 3 shapes. We're starting to build a pattern, something that repeats itself over and over again. So our pattern is going to start with the shape that has 3 sides, the triangle. So let's draw our triangle first. Then we have a shape with 0 sides, circle. And then we have another triangle, our shape with 3 sides. So tomorrow when we add on to it, if our pattern repeats itself over and over again, what shape do you think we're going to add to it? Think about it. All right, the other part of our password is our popcorn word or sight word we've been working on, said. How do we spell said? S-A-I-D. Very good job today, friends. Keep up the great work, and I'll see you again tomorrow for your mini lesson in secret password.